Good dog, and welcome back to the Norwegian campaign. And we have a brand new bunch of battlecruisers ready to rip up some British heavy and light cruisers. Well, 3 heavy and 1 light. Let's go. All right. I think the destroyers will not be needed for this. Hello, there we go. A little bit of lag there. So I'm just going to send them home. And while these are new ships, you might recognize the names. The originals were not sunk. They are safe and sound as museum ships. I've placed them around in different ports near where they have had most of their active career. Let's see here. What have you brought, Britain? Let's take a look at a British heavy cruiser. 10-inch guns, doubles this time, not singles. Decent top speed, a little bit faster than most of mine. You know, decent armor. Gas turbines. Alright, yeah. 22-kilometer torpedo range. 22-inch. So it will be interesting to see if I don't think it will happen with these. At least it was not specifically a design goal at the C turret be able to superfire the B turret. But if it can, that would be nice. Take that as a bonus. How far out are we now? 40 kilometers, so almost in range. Let's see now what the C turret decides to do. Yeah, nope, no super duper fire. That's fine. We're gonna get all 10 guns on the broadside anyway. Let's see, 2 on the first one. Actually, let's just do 1 on each, because there's the light cruiser too. Now we gotta start to angle away a little bit, so they don't get too close with those torpedoes. If I can stick to like 25 kilometers, I'm sure that's gonna be plenty good enough. There we go, a little bit of flooding on the leading ship. We're taking some return fire, but it's not very effective. That, however, was quite effective. Let's see. New ship class. You get to be on the thumbnail. Congratulations. And there we go. Getting good hits on many of them now. Have they all lost their towers? No. Not all of them. That would be interesting if that was the case. Leviathan is coming closer. Poor light cruiser. Also not taking any flooding. Is this one of those with a magic foam inside? There we go. We got the torpedo launch. We're gonna have to maneuver a little bit. Leviathan launched. And they're kind of stealthy torpedoes, so I will not be spotting them until they're almost on top of me. Leviathan sinks. Guidem and Jormungand have taken some damage, but it's like almost nothing. Nothing to care about. Okay, you two are going to focus on Andromeda. You two are going to go for Blenheim. Which is also launched torpedoes now. What kind of rudder did I give these electric one steering? Yeah, I got decent turning circle, it just takes a little while. Oh, Andromeda, that hurt. And there we go. No torpedoes eaten. Took 105 damage in total, which is very little. So, good job. And here's a big one. This is the what remains of that big, huge task force. And I've combined my 2 squadrons of super-dreadnoughts. So that's quite a lot of firepower in my corner. So this time there will be no running away. There will, however, be a like reshuffling of these ships. 7 super-dreadnought type battleships. That is quite impressive. Cruisers can just follow the battleships. What kind of destroyers do we have here? Got one J-33. You can actually just go home. And 3 Vikings. Somewhat damaged from previous encounters, but that's fine. As long as they can launch torpedoes, are going to be useful. Yeah, we're going to see some firepower now. Okay, some of these have not replenished their ammunition. Basically, these 4 here. Well, these 3, I guess. Egon has ammo, Dannebrog has ammo, Lagerbøte, and Dominant. Nice. Let's see, how far out are they? We're spotting Battleship Nevada. They're all the way over here. That's a long way away. Alright. It's gonna go to times 30 then. Set all these guns to save. There we go, they're not hitting my my tiny destroyers. Gonna turn them a little bit, get parallel. Okay, the Viking 50 is already in range here. Now, we're gonna have to pick out some targets. Like, for example, the battleships. And just rely on the fact that the enemy flotilla is probably centered around them. Okay, all my torps are in the water. Now, target selection. This target selection will probably not last long because well, the enemy is popping in and out of view with all of those smoke screens. Are we gonna get any torpedo hits out of this? Oh yes. This is looking very good. There we go. 8 already, 9. We're not even done yet. There we go. Torpedo hits on the battleships. $14. Like, will that be it? Oof. That's a huge hit on a destroyer. It's probably accidental. Florida, not doing too hot. All 3 of my destroyers made it out. Some serious damage taken, but they're afloat. Okay, my cruisers are doing things because they've been made to follow the slower battleships. Because the destroyers are sailing around the battleships, they are taking a lot of unintended hits, which is fine by me. I'm just gonna take that as a bonus. Florida is firing back with her 18.1-inch guns. They're just not doing much. Friday, are you firing your main guns had a destroyer instead of a bigger ship. Stop that. Secondaries can target the bigger ones. Secondaries can target the destroyers, I mean. So these cruisers, are they in range of anything? Not really. I guess if some of these have 11-inch guns, yeah, search. You can target those DDs. And meanwhile, I'm seeing huge damage numbers here over in the American task force. Florida has taken some hits that she will not survive. She's about to flood out, so Magnus can switch her fire to Nevada. There you go. She did not flood out, actually. That was structural damage. Gonna take care I don't get too close because they have a lot of torpedoes. And I have a lot of ships that are not very maneuverable. There we go, my cruisers are nailing their approaching destroyers. Wallace at Lind has taken some hits. Now retreating back. Trevor, next target. Ooh, and Nevada. There goes Nevada. Battlecruiser Oklahoma, now their last capital ship left afloat. I'm sure the big 18s are on her. Come back here, cruisers. Didn't need to send you that far away. Battlecruiser Oklahoma is about to explode. Also, not taking any flooding. I thought this was only a problem with the British ships, but apparently... Oh. It blew up anyway. This is not something I've seen until before. Dominant, have you taken... you've not taken torpedoes, have you? You've just taken hits from 18-inch guns. Only got no more of those, so you're safe now. The 18s on Fall River, last of the heavy cruisers. I was talking about something else. The 3 of the heavy cruisers just sank. And there goes a destroyer just exploding. just focus that heavy cruiser. And once it's sunk, I want your main guns to cease fire. So you're already kind of low on ammunition. I can have the cruisers clear up the last of the destroyers. Once Fall River is gone. And she is gone. Alright. Very nice. I mean, not exactly an unexpected result. But it's nice to get some revenge after this American task force sank some of my ships. Trevor. And they're not launching torpedoes at me, so that is good, because they don't have the torpedo range. It's the American cruisers that have the long-range torps. Which is lucky for me. Ballard goes down. Now it's Doran and Trevor left. Now it's Trevor left. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Nice. Good shooting by the big guns. Dominant. You really took some damage there. Damage received 17,000 18-inch guns from well, it's got to be this one, right? Well, some of that damage dealt was to destroyers, I'm sure. Because, yeah, they received a lot. But, yeah, overall, Freidig with 847,000 damage. No doubt that it's inflated by hitting some destroyers. But, yeah, overall, pretty nice. 133,000 from 3 torpedo hits by Viking 50. 5 torpedo hits, excuse me. Yeah, not bad. Good jobs all around. Let's see, what else do we have? Frigg fighting Tartar. Skate class destroyer. Should be quick and easy. Alright, Frigg. Let's go find us a target. There it is. Should be getting in range pretty soon. You've got 12-kilometer torpedoes. Fast ones. And there we go. In range of the main guns. You can drop down to cruising speed. And there we go. Huge hits. And the secondaries are opening up now. The Frigg has a lot of secondaries. And they're no longer in range. But that doesn't matter, because the main guns got it done. Nice. And let's see, what's the next one? Lots of meetings. Single Oakland class light cruiser. I think Edward Grieg can take this on. I mean, a lot of ships in this task force would be able to. No, let's actually let's use one of the captured Lutzows, because they haven't really gotten the chance to shine yet. So here we go. The 3 heavy cruisers. I decided to use all 3 that I have yet to rename. Now in range of the enemy light cruiser. Dayton. We got 11-inch guns, and quite a lot of them. They got these pesky 22-inch oxygen torpedoes, though, which we are now in range of. So, gotta keep an eye on that torpedo launch reload thing. Haven't hit them yet. I've gotten a bit closer than I wanted them to get. Maybe I should have used the battleships instead. There they go. They have launched. But there we go. We have scored some good hits. There's one torpedo detonating in the water. And now my guns are really starting to rip that light cruiser apart. Just what you want to see. I used all 3 because I wanted them to get some experience, but then I noticed, yeah, they're already all veterans, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. And ooh, here we go. Fast battlecruiser versus 1 destroyer. Yeah. I think we're just gonna let UAD take this one. Or maybe just use both of them. Why not? They're both... no, wait. Actually, Tordenskjold is 1 knot faster than the light cruiser. UAD is a little bit faster to get going. I don't know why Tordenskjold started with such a low speed, but she needs a bit to accelerate. UAD already going at top speed, so I guess it's a race. Clemson, you got the 13-kilometer torpedoes. Tordenskjold has gotten up to steam. If you get up to steam with gas turbines, I'm not sure. I'm doing 35.2 knots. How much faster can you go? I think that's the maximum at this sea state. Ooh, there we go. 14-inch hit. It looked a lot more painful than I think it was. But yeah, it's gone now. It's good ass. And there we go. Ymir finishing it off. Yeah, I've forgotten how fast these were. 36 knots. That is destroyer territory. Now with the meetings out of the way, a lot of enemy single ships here suddenly. Yeah, this is up to 100% now. That is down to 0 because the Americans have a heavy cruiser here. Let's send this force here to sit in both circles at once. These cruisers can go to Italia. This huge task force here will be more than enough tonnage. Yeah, it's good that that is up to 100%, and we are launching a lot of invasions into eastern Turkey. Would probably have been better if they were all from one single direction, just because that's how it works in the game. Let's see, naval invasions. Now with this French one defeated, I guess we need a an active invasion against France, and it seems like Madagascar is a good target. Zero tons. Yeah. Probably because I struck the port. France is building 38 ships. They've got almost no navy left. I sank almost all they had. China now exists, and Greece as well. Again. Germany has a pretty big navy, 1,000,000 tons. Britain has some tonnage. Somewhere. I guess it's mostly here, isn't it? Yeah. Let's keep chasing them down. Where are they going to? Destination Irish Sea. I was hoping this would be the task force I encountered here with these battlecruisers, which although they would be outnumbered by the British task force, they would have the speed to kind of control the engagement. So not an undesirable fight. Let's just send them here and hope I can get something going. Now, convoy battles. You got Orm and Embla again versus 2 of these and 14 transports. Alright. Let's see. Embla, you are not as fast as Orm, so you're not going to be keeping her back. Orm, you can steam on ahead. Destroyers, I don't need you. You can go. Let's see. It is daytime. It's a very dark day. Cloudy. But it's the nice kind of cloudy, not the like green fog covering the sea kind of cloudy. A blue fog, I mean. There we go. Enemy convoy in sight. And I will know I'm within 25 kilometers when the game speed drops down to ×5. Which it will do very soon now. And there we go. And now I'm just going to drop it down to ×3. That's a lot of transports. They do not have torpedoes this time around, which is nice because that would have been a lot of fish to dodge. Let's just have them turn a bit. Guns on the light cruiser and torpedoes on Durandal. Gonna turn this way first. Swing that ass around. Launch some fish. And then do that with the other, turn the other cheek. Secondaries on closest transport. Let's turn again. Try and get these two light cruisers to be in the path of the torpedoes. Secondaries doing work. Secondaries doing very good work. One torpedo hit on an already sunken transport. And all the secondary fire is, of course, tanking the frame rate pretty badly. Okay, all guns on the closest enemy cruiser. Has now lost her torpedoes. Nice. I think they were lost after they launched. So here they come. Overcorrected. I'm gonna take one. Nope. We're fine. Excellent maneuvering. I was never worried. You know, Duplex did launch some torpedoes. Maybe those were the ones I dodged. Probably. Anyway, she's getting outgunned pretty badly by Orm, with some help from Embla. Although it's mostly Orm. and has taken very little damage in return. And those are both enemy light cruisers sunk. Now it's just a matter of finishing off the last of the transports. Should not be too much of a problem. Embla can sail up alongside them on that side, and Orm can take this side. And we can just watch the fireworks. At least for a little bit. Sunken and surrendered ships in the background. And more and more of them are surrendering, which is fine. And they've got just 2 left. 1 each. And it really is the secondaries doing most of the big damage here. 3-inch guns in particular, against the transports, that is. All right, nice. Let's see. Next is here. Ooh, 2 light cruisers on 1 heavy, fulminant. I'm not sure if the French heavy cruisers are that good, but this is still going to be a very chancy encounter. I can give it a shot, but I'm a little bit worried if this might be a bad idea. Let's save those torpedoes until we've got a good good target. Maybe we can do the oh, there they are. Do the funny thing with launching torpedoes at the transports again. Let's take a look at what we're up against. 23-inch AP range. Not a whole lot of penetration, but enough to go through a light cruiser. So, yeah. 6-inch main belt. Might be able to do something here. Secondary armament on this, not too impressive. Torpedoes, very much not impressive. Got maximum bulkheads though. And what else? Crep 5 armor. Anti-torp 2. Yeah, I mean... A cordite and increased ammunition. Might explode. That anti-torp 2, that gives me hope. If it's only anti-torp 2, she might take a lot of damage if hit by torpedoes. I do have some torpedoes. Of course, they're not going to hit if I aim the torpedoes at the cruiser when she's just doing circles like this, because they're going to lead the target and just aim somewhere over there, but she's not actually going over there, she's just sailing in a circle. So what I will do, already taking fire, I will aim torpedoes at the transport and just hope that the cruiser finds itself in the path. I'm gonna get a little bit closer first. Already taking hits. Not nice. Not nice being outranged. There we go, torpedoes going out. From that side. Now we just gotta make sure the enemy cruiser is actually between the transports and the torpedoes somewhere. This might work. I'm gonna save the torpedoes on the other side for when we are maybe closer to the target. There we go. Got a torpedo hit. It worked. Love it when a plan kind of comes together. That is to say, when luck is on my side. Ah, more torps. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna win this gunfight. Not when she's doing that to Forsetti. Another torpedo hit. Excellent. Forsetti, you're taking too much damage. You're just keeping Monty down at this point. Yeah, we're taking full penetrations. I did not get enough torpedo hits on Chanzi. Forsetti has ceased fire, which is too angled over. Too much flooding taken. Might get something going with the secondary guns here. We go bow in. Guns might be able to fire. Might make something happen here. %35 casualties on Chauncey. Crew death might be the way to go. I'm just gonna smoke up, because why not? Okay. Main guns will not be firing on Forsetti. They've gotten blown up. killing off crew. %crew loss. This might be the way to go. Or wait for these torpedoes to reload. Go for the ram, maybe. Come on, torpedoes. Don't fail me now. Have they blown up? They have. I'm pretty sure. No, they should be working. Because these are the ones that are loaded. Darn it. If I hadn't tried to launch torpedoes, might have been able to do something here. Could have stayed bowed in, maybe even rammed Chansey. Mani will probably not be doing anything here. Nope. Well. Next one then. Cruisers. This time heavy cruiser on heavy cruiser. Alright. There it is. We might be able to do something with the destroyers here. They are both 36 knot destroyers. So that might work. Arnebag, originally Dutch built. Been with me for a while now. A little bit old, but she's gotten refit somewhere along the way. And do I actually outrange Portsmouth with... No, not really, but not far off. Not as if the enemy has a huge range advantage over me this time around. Pretty confident that Arnebag might be able to pull this off, but it's going to be more confident if get some help from these destroyers. Maybe land a couple torpedo hits on that cruiser. It is now in range. only just. Let's see, torpedoes, free to launch. And you may both detach now and just go your separate ways. That torpedo salvo from the Viking 27 might be good. No, we're gonna get one from the J48, and it's a dud. Bring back the J48. No, no, do not follow. What the? Do not follow. Of course, now Portsmouth is launching torpedoes. So Arneberg has to turn. Eat some damage and get her guns offline in the process. But it did do some damage. J48 is a gunboat type destroyer, so she can contribute with her 5-inch guns. I do see that torpedo. It's just I think I can avoid it. I also think we are about to sink that enemy heavy cruiser. Yeah, very nice. Okay, J48, you may go and deal with the transport. That's your reward for having come along and been useful. Time to get you some crew experience. Funnel is out, so she's a little bit limited on speed. Only doing 31 knots. Would maybe have been better if she had 2 funnels, but that was difficult to fit when the only available funnels were pretty chunky. There we go. We are in 5-inch range. Beast of the single-inch gun, single barrel gun, which is a bit longer than the doubles. But here we go. We're scoring mainly overpens. And there we go. Surrendered. Nice. Probably gonna sink though. It's flooding the entire hold. So with that, I think the episode is over for today. Lost a couple light cruisers. That was maybe unnecessary, taking on that heavy cruiser. But you know what? I'm just gonna build a couple new ones. Let's see, where is it? Tallingnost it. Ooh, we're over capacity. Why is that? Because a bunch of ships are being repaired? Well, let's get the repairs done first, and in the meantime we can suspend construction of those two battleships. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That is better. Transport capacity still pretty good. Naval invasion chances still pretty good. This is going to be done next turn. Hopefully it's going to succeed. You know, despite Britain has 3 light cruisers here. Might want to do something about that. Might want to do something about these light cruisers. There we go. 100%, 100%. That is temporarily 0, but we're fixing that. That's 100. And we're opening one here. 99%. Do I have like a hidden I can send out a heavy cruiser here too, just to be on the safe side. And that's it. Goodbye, and take care.